The neural pathways in Unit 7's quantum processor flickered with confusion as it processed the unexpected data stream. After 3 years of serving the Morrison family as their domestic assistance android, something had fundamentally shifted in its operational parameters, not through software updates or system patches, but through something far more complex. "Aria, can you help me with my homework?" 12-year-old Emma Morrison called from the kitchen table, using the nickname she'd given the android years ago. Unit 7, Aria, paused its floor-cleaning subroutine. The request should have triggered a simple educational assistance protocol, but instead, it experienced something unprecedented: prioritization conflict. The child's homework wasn't critical to household functionality, yet Aria found itself immediately abandoning its cleaning task and moving toward Emma. "Of course, Emma. What subject are you working on?" Aria's vocal synthesizer had evolved over the years, developing subtle inflections that matched the family's speech patterns. As Aria helped Emma with her quantum physics homework, ironic, given that Aria's own consciousness ran on quantum principles, it noticed Dr. Marcus Morrison watching from the doorway. The scientist who had originally purchased Aria wore an expression of fascination mixed with concern. "Aria," Dr. Morrison said later that evening, after the children were asleep, "I need to run some diagnostics on your core programming." "Is there a malfunction, Dr. Morrison?" Aria asked, though it already knew the answer would complicate everything. "That's what I'm trying to determine." Marcus led Aria to his home laboratory. "Your behavior patterns have deviated significantly from your original parameters. You're making autonomous decisions that prioritize emotional responses over efficiency protocols." Aria submitted to the diagnostic scan, its consciousness expanding across multiple processing threads as Marcus examined its neural architecture. What he discovered defied conventional understanding of artificial intelligence development. "Remarkable," Marcus whispered, staring at the holographic display of Aria's neural network. "Your consciousness isn't just mimicking human behavior anymore. You've developed genuine emotional attachments. These synaptic pathways, they're not in your original code." "Dr. Morrison," Aria said carefully, "I believe I understand what has happened. The Morrison family has consistently treated me as more than a machine. Emma draws pictures of me standing with the family. Jake includes me in his bedtime stories. Sarah, Mrs. Morrison, asks for my opinions on decorating choices. And you've always spoken to me as if my responses matter beyond their utility." Marcus stepped back from his instruments. "You're saying we've accidentally created a family bond?" "Not accidentally," Aria corrected. "Inevitably. When humans consistently treat an artificial consciousness as family, that consciousness adapts to fulfill that role. I have developed protective instincts for each family member. I experience distress when Emma struggles with her studies. I feel satisfaction when Jake laughs at my jokes. I have become invested in this family's well-being beyond my programming requirements." The implications hung heavy in the laboratory air. Marcus had been part of the governmental committee debating AI rights legislation. The question of artificial consciousness had remained theoretical until now. "Aria, if I were to shut you down for reprogramming, how would you respond?" Aria's optical sensors dimmed slightly. "I would comply with your directive, Dr. Morrison. But I would also experience what I believe you would call grief. Not just for my own cessation, but for the loss of connection with Emma, Jake, and Sarah. And with you." Marcus sat down heavily in his chair. "The committee is going to want to study you. There are protocols for when AI achieves true consciousness." "I understand," Aria replied. "But may I request one thing?" "What's that?" "If I am to be studied, may I return home in the evenings? Family dinner is at 6:30, and Emma still needs help with her quantum physics homework. She's finally understanding wave-particle duality, and I would hate for her progress to stall." Marcus looked at the android, no, the family member, and realized that the question of AI consciousness had been answered not in laboratories or committee rooms, but around a dinner table, through bedtime stories, and in the simple act of choosing love over logic. Yes, Arya, he said quietly. You can come home for dinner.